Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Tech Talk here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. This is where we want to marry technical analysis with some option analysis and really give you a transparent look on where stocks have been and where stocks could be forecasted to be in a range for the next day to the next 8 days. That's what we're going to focus on today. And I thought, why not focus on some names that have been catching the headlines? Specifically, there was some Senate hearings that I was watching today, or that popped up, I heard in the background, on the Russian hacking incident. There's some Senate hearings right now, and I thought maybe it might be worth talking about some of the cybersecurity stocks that could be impacted on these discussions and this ongoing investigation and on what actually occurred and what is continuing to occur, because cybersecurity is going to be top of line, I think, going forward, especially with what's on the forefront as far as new policies coming down the line. This could be the new warfare that we're going to be looking at. So with that being said, I wanted to take a look at a few stocks, three specifically, one ETF, two stocks. The first ETF, it's somewhat lightly traded, but it's an ISE cybersecurity ETF. Ticker symbol is HACK. Go figure, right? HACK. Stocks trading right around $27.29, up about 18 cents today. Now, as I said, it's a lightly traded ETF, but the reason why I want to point this ETF out is that it has a composition of various different cybersecurity stocks. So this is where you can start looking at a larger basket of stocks, see how it's trading as a sector, and then you can start drilling down from the top holdings that make up that ETF. That's how I do it, and there's some insight there. Now, the stock's up about 0.6% today, and I looked at the options. Now, the options, they have weekly options, are trading with the options that have 1 day left until expiration. In other words, tomorrow, they're pricing in the potential for HACK, this $27.29 stock, to be either up 27 cents or down 27 cents. Now, again, like I said, it's up 18 today. So there's still some room in there for basically a 1% move over the next day. So they're also pricing in over the next 8 days, the potential for the stock to either be up 87 cents or down 87 cents. Now, I will say that the options that are expiring in 8 days, they have a little bit of a heightened implied volatility versus its 52-week average. The implied volatility rank is now ranking out right around 48% if you look at it over the last 52 weeks. So it's mid-level. There is a heightened expectation of potential violent moves. And once you start getting over 50, that expectation gets higher and higher as you get closer to 100. Now, critical levels that you're going to want to watch on HACK are going to be 2703. That's the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages. If it stays above 2703, you're clearly going to see that a bullish trend is in the making, and we're going to watch that very closely. 2559 is long-term support. That's the 200-day moving average. It's well above that right now with the stock trading at $27.29. But we'll watch this very closely. A break at $27 could put a negative short and midterm trend in play. Then we're going to watch 25.29 for the sector. Now, taking a look at two names that are actually in this ETF, we're going to start with CYBR Software. Ticker symbol is CYBR. Now, this is 4% of the HACK ETF, and the stock is trading at $47.82. Now, it's up about 84 cents today, around 1.79%. Obviously, you're going to see that there's going to be different types of interest in these different cybersecurity stocks. Now, the options that are expiring tomorrow are still pricing in for this $47.82 stock, the ability for it to be either up $1.29 or down $1.29. Now, it's up 84 cents today. So we have still quite a bit of movement being priced in, almost about 4%. The 8-day estimated range is right around $2.77. So that means we could see the stock as high as almost $50 or as low as basically 45 or 46 and some change. Now, the implied volatility rank is on the lower third. It's at 32%. So that means that there's not a heightened sense of huge violent risk for this risk for movement either up or down. But I want to note this. The stock's trading at $47.82. there's some critical levels. Watch 47.01. That was broken and now has been the short-term trend point where if it breaks $47, you could see that the short-term trend could come out of favor and you could see the bears start to take over. 48.91, you break 48.91 on this stock, you could see some larger institutional support coming in for CYBR. And 48.30, this is the long-term 200-day moving average. A break there on the price point with some volume would mean that not only are you having new participants, but you're also seeing those that had gotten into worse prices are staying in the stock because they're also continuing to stay positive and they stuck with their convictions. We're going to take a look at Fortnite. Fortnite is ticker symbol FTNT. That's 3.9% of the ETF hack, and stock's trading at 30.86. It's up about 44 cents today, or about 1.46%. Now, the options that are expiring in the next 15 days are pricing in the potential for this $30 stock to be either up $2 or down $2. We could see it at 32 or we could see it at 28. That's the range that the options marketplace is pricing in for the stock. The implied volatility rank, it's at 76%, folks. There is a heightened expectation over the next 15 days that there could be a volatile move, either up or down, in Fortnite. Now, the critical levels that you're going to want to watch, because this stock has been moving to the upside and it has a bullish trend. 30.07, that's the 20-day moving average. It is trending to the upside. This stock is in a bullish short-term trend. 30.65, it is now at a midterm trend, or in other words, where institutions are secure as far as those that are in it, and it could garner some more institutional support, especially if it holds above that 30.65. And 32.03. 32.73. That's a level that you want to see broken if, in fact, you're going to see long-term resistance taken out. That would be extremely positive for this cybersecurity stock. Two other underlying sector ETFs that I want to keep an eye on, since we're going to have the employment report out tomorrow, that I want to keep an eye on. TLT tracks the bonds, trading at 121, up $1.64 today, or 1.37%. The estimated move right now going into the employment report on this bond ETF that tracks bond prices is $1.18 over the next day and $2.23 over the next 8 days. Keep an eye on this one. Next one I want to look at is XLF. That tracks the finance sector. It's been a little beat up today, down 28 cents or down 1.18%. I want to watch this. XLF is trading at $23.42. It's bumping up what I consider a very critical resistance point right around this 23.50 level. As a matter of fact, the stock is pricing in over the next day. The options are pricing in a 29-cent range for the next day and a 55-cent range over the next 8 days. A break above 23.52, that could be extremely bullish for finance. If it doesn't break above there and continues to consolidate here, that could be something that you could be getting a little bit nervous if you're a finance bull. We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, folks, that's it for Tech Talk today. Join me at 4:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to wrap up all the action here at MarketStream.live. Thanks a lot, and see you at 4:30 here at MarketStream.live.